Hello, welcome, 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 welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome to the Chronicles of Success. I'm Gwen Russell, your host, and thanks for being on here today. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Mozetta. Hey. She likes the music. That's great. Hi, Sadia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Chronicles of Success. This is a platform that is going to be used to have Liberians share their inspirational journey to motivate and inspire other Liberians. So welcome and thank you for being on here. Welcome. Hey, Anne, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being on here. Welcome to the Chronicles of Success. Hey. Today is the official launch of the Chronicles of Success. a platform that is dedicated to sharing impactful stories of Liberians at home and abroad that are doing incredibly well in giving back to society. So if you're here for the first time, welcome and thank you for joining. Welcome. Hi, Francis. Thank you. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you. Welcome and thank you. Welcome to the Chronicles of Success. Welcome, guys. Yes, I know. I'm excited too, Francis, to hear. I'm so excited to hear Vanessa share her story with us. So I'll be bringing her in within 4 minutes. I'll bring her on within 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes. So 4:15, she should be on. Hi, JK. Thanks for joining the live. Thank you. Thank you and welcome to the Chronicles of Success. Thank you for being on here. Thank you and welcome. We'll begin shortly within the next 3 minutes. We'll start the live and we'll have our guest here with us. Hey, Gloria. Welcome. Thank you for joining the live. Welcome to the Chronicles of Success. We'll begin our conversation with our guests within the next 3 minutes. I'll be bringing her on in 3 minutes. So thank you. Thank you for joining the live and welcome. Welcome. And if it is your first time, well, this is a talk show that's dedicated to sharing the stories of inspiring Liberians, both at home and abroad, who's making an impact in society. So thank you for being on here. We'll have our guest soon in the next 3 minutes, and then she'll be able to share her story with us. So thank you guys for being on here. Thank you and welcome. Thank you. Khadijah's. Hello, thanks for being on here. Thank you. Hi, Khadijah's. Welcome. Thank you for joining the live. Welcome. This is the Chronicles of Success. My name is Gwen Russell. I'm the host, and this show is all about sharing Liberians who are doing extraordinarily well that are impacting our society at home and abroad. So welcome and thank you for being on here. Thank you. Okay, I have to get our guest. Alrighty, everyone. So we're going to dive right into why we're here today. Hi, Precious. Thank you, and welcome. Thank you for being on here with us today. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing okay. Welcome. So good evening, everyone, and welcome. It is with such pride and excitement that we officially launched the Chronicles of Success, a platform dedicated to amplifying stories of resilience, excellence, and impactful leadership amongst Liberians at home and abroad. Every success begins with a journey, often marked as challenges, marked by courage and a quiet determination to make a difference. And tonight we begin our journey of storytelling, growth, and inspiration. So to kick off this groundbreaking series, we are honored to have our very first guest, a true trailblazer, Miss Margaret Vanessa O. Blankson. She's a dynamic educator, etiquette consultant, an entrepreneur, and a visionary leader and founder of Everyday Learning, an educational brand transforming lives through value-based training, etiquette, personal development, and so much more. She has over 12 years of professional experience in administration, finance, and training, and she's a woman of purpose, discipline, and service. So get ready, folks, for a powerful and enlightening conversation. This isn't just an interview, it's a beginning of something greater. So welcome to the Chronicles of Success. Let's celebrate stories and move forward. I'm going to bring in our guest, and she's going to be joining us in a moment. Hello.
Hey, Gwendolyn.
Hi, Vanessa. It's such an honor to have you here with us today. Thank you so much for honoring my request. Yes, I'm happy, and I'm one of those cheerleaders, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank
And
you
so,
so much.
thank you. Would you like to share? I've done part of the introduction. I don't want to leave anything else, but would you want to tell the audience a bit about you to add on?
Yes. First of all, I want to say congratulations on your launch, and I'm actually honored to be the first guest.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name is Margaret Vanessa O. Blankson, and I'm an accountant. I'm an administrator, etiquette consultant. I'm a teacher. I'm a mentor. And I'm sometimes a fashion model. I have a master's in accounting, and my undergrad is also in the same field. I'm a law student right now, so it's a lot. And also, I've been part of one or two organizations where we try to take up leadership roles, because if you can do something, get on and do it. Many times there are good people or people who can get the job done, but they shy away. And when you look at how you want to see your country move forward, you want to see your country improve, if you have at least what it takes, it's good to get on board. Currently, I hold the position of admin and finance manager at the Liberian logistics, and I serve as board member here and there for later or few NGOs that are coming up, and it's just generally what we do currently as well. I serve as a mentor for tribe who has some high school students that they're grooming. So I'm responsible for two kids right now who are almost out of high school. Yes, you said that I'm the founder and the executive director and the presenter for Everyday Learning. And maybe some have heard, some have not. But we just try to make videos and posts that push or dialogue of positive change, trying to correct or later on two errors that we make around. And I've heavily endowed in the etiquette portion of Everyday Learning. Initially, it was not a plan, but we can try to adapt when we see things coming. Some of it is driven by passion as well. And then when that started to come in handy, I took up a course as well quickly. And so it's not being an etiquette consultant just by title or going online, watching what others do. I passed through a 6-week course. It should have been 6 weeks, honestly, but I overlooked it. But then it was self-paced. And of course, I have a lot on my plate. So I try to manage myself for me to be as efficient as possible. So I think I took 3 months with that course. And we came up to date. That has been added to our portfolio. And when I tell you I'm these things, it is not once in a while. I'm wearing these hats at the same time. I'm everything that you've heard currently: an administrator, accountant, educator, consultant, teacher, mentor, everything at the same time. So basically, that's me.
That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And it's quite a lot of hats, as you said. I don't know how you do it, but you do it extremely well, because I'm on the side and I'm watching, and I'm proud of you,
Thank you.
Vanessa. And thank you for being here to share your story with us. And trust me, it's inspiring, and I'm hopeful that somebody who's watching today or who's going to watch tomorrow will be inspired to start their journey of their own. So we're going to dive into the questions, and you've explained to us. But can you tell us a bit about your background into the education, training space? What inspired the creation of Everyday Learning?
First of all, I am an impactful person. I love to make an impact. I take nothing for granted. You give me a task to do, you'll be surprised how I will take it up seriously and probably present to you like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting maybe the person to come in and just talk and just be okay with it. But if it calls for me to have a type rating, maybe computerized, or having it formatted, or maybe in a table form, whatever app that I could use, generally, or what I'm saying is that I will not take that lightly. So it is within me that I am an impactful person. So I started Everyday Learning as far back as 2022. And before I reached that point, you will interact with people, you will hear how they speak. And let me set up this caveat. I'm not an English teacher, even though they term me as an English teacher. That's not bad, but I always tell people anybody could start this because we need this. Look around you. Look how people speak. Look how they term things. And sometimes we hide behind what I call colloquy. But do you know the standard English from the colloquy? Because I speak colloquy. It is our identity. Yeah. And part of what we will be discussing as well is that everyday learning's purpose is not to change our identity. We need to understand that. I'm not offended, but I need to put it out there like a passion. I would not want for us to change our identity. So you look around, people are not, speaking correct English, they're not terming things correctly. We have our own side of the world here where foreigners will struggle to understand us. You look at also their children, their education, how, I'm sorry to say, it's almost like they're not serious. We had our time where we play, but we knew that school is paramount because the future is in front of you. And when you think of your future as a person, you are already afraid. What will it hold? All of my plans that I have, will it come to pass? So the future is scary. Even as us adults who have aged and are aging, it is scary. So you look around the kids. So personally, I was and I'm still worried about the generation for tomorrow. So that has also been an inspiration. Then you go to, supermarkets, you go to offices, you go to the banks, and people lack basic work ethics. Where they're supposed to serve you, they think they're doing you a favor. And sometimes they take advantage of how people look. Oh, you're supposed to know your account balance, man. No. Please inform me. This is my account number. That is the least I should do. So all of these things, every day you look around and our country need this. Then I stumbled upon a TikTok friend who was providing some edits or correction, but I felt it was elementary. And that is also used on how we tailor our lessons as well. Well, I'm not going to pass around every area I included in my lesson. No, it has to be structured. And just to be practical, she was saying the opposite for rat is cat. That's too petty. So honestly, it serves exactly. It served as an inspiration. Then I made the first video. When I made the first video and started to use my personal page. Yeah. And I will give it out to Liberians. They embrace it. They reacted. They like it. I still receive support from Liberians. Sometimes we don't want everything, but at least let's appreciate the little. And so my name may not know that I'm watching and seeing every support, and I appreciate it. So once I was encouraged through those means of the reactions, the comments, people saying a thing or two that were positives, send me a message in my inbox, my DM, all of those things encouraged me to say, hey, let's go big. So we've been around almost for 3 years. July will make us 3 years with everyday learning, not even from my personal page, but the everyday learning page, actually.
That's wonderful, Vanessa, and congratulations. Because I could not agree with you more. The need to help reform the etiquette in our country, Liberia. A lot of people are faced with a challenge. I don't know how, could be a lot of other reasons, and we're going to get there shortly, but congratulations, you're doing extremely well. And the feedback is awesome. So you also, let me go back a bit because I'm also concerned with what personal experiences shaped your passion? But I think you went over that already because you did
Okay.
mention, yeah, you did mention. But how did you identify the need for services like office training, etiquette, and family grooming in the community?
So it's just with the experiences, we encounter on a day to day. If I go in a supermarket, and this happened very recently, and I go and purchase something, I'm hardly leaving for an event, and I get back to get more stuff in the same supermarket. And then, trust me, the guys will size you up and say, oh, this person is about to give me tip. It's not bad. We all got levels and we do, but you have to be careful how you do it. And the other guy, or the guy who came to help me before he could get to where I, wanted to go to a specific shelf in a supermarket, he told me I was coming for my tip, but then you
No
hardly
way.
left when you came. So I said, you said what? And I don't go around correcting people. People think I go around correcting people because, first of all, I want people to be comfortable around me. I want people to understand we all learn every day. It's not just you. I may know a thing or two, yourself may know a thing or two that I can also learn from you. So when you say that, I say, hey, because let me digress a little. When you know how someone's supposed to act and you put a stop to it, what about advising them? What about saying, hey, don't do this? What about even complaining them to the authorities or the bosses? You make that place a better place for someone who will come after. Right. So we always, especially me, I always, when I'm a business, I'll carry myself. But now some of us have changed, or I have changed that, thought of, if I'm able to correct someone, let me do it. Going back to the story, and I said, oh, so I was supposed to give you a tip? Oh, no, not, I said, oh. So I said, what are you saying? Fast forward, going on, he just got me what I wanted. And that will make me not to give you anything once you start to feel entitled. Entitlement is a problem in our society. I will tell you that for sure. The very supermarket instance, when they carry your bags to the car, they're looking at are you in a certain way. It will not stop there because maybe it's one thing to expect, sorry, but then they might say some funny thing, or they might act another way when they see you next time.
Yeah.
I mean, just everywhere. I went also recently to a big institution in this country for a strange document. And a woman outrightly asked me or told me, when you're coming back with X, Y, and Z, bring our water. And I could simply tell her boss. Yeah. But I did not do that because I don't want to spoil her job. Like I said, I don't go around, everything, So when you see these things, you be like, we got far way to go. Recently, again, I would tell you, and this is, let this serve as an inspiration to people. I was recently at Orange launch of their, Icon 16 and their, building and whatnot. And I was filling the gap for my sister. And they had few of their senior staffs from another country. And this particular man that encountered me is a white man. He kept coming to the bar and we kept serving him. At a certain point, I had sent one of the bartenders downstairs for either napkin or ice or something. And he told me, if I gave you money, will you give me one of this bottle? And I told him, no, this bottle is for Orange, it's for the vendor. And it's not like he was in another clothes. He was in their sold lapa. They had a lapa for their staff. Yeah. So by the time I told him, he said, okay, and he left. That was a complete test.
Yeah.
How many Liberians will fail that test? And these are things that people are getting a certain perception of our country, of our people. And we're not understanding these things. So when you encounter these things, you'll be like, we need to do a lot. I know when I went to the first venue I used to use, and I needed a special price. So I presented what I do, and the CEO said, you got work to do. So it's that people have given up. But we can't as people. So you meet these things and you say there's a need for things to be done. Another thing I've realized that I think inform my judgment about, let's start training people. There are many people that are hired without being trained, and a lot is expected from them from their employers. And people do not know when you have trained staff, you will make more money. Because when people encounter your business, that is the best advertisement. Not going over air, not having a blogger talk about your products or your services or a billboard, but that one-on-one encounter with your business, they will carry the name out there. These people are highly professional. These people, they're honest. Oh, what they advertise is exactly what is given. All of these things. So that's how we end up being, providing trainings for basic work ethics and so much more.
We do need it. We do need it. And it's good that we still have people who are not willing, who are not giving up, who still believe that it's possible to make a change and a difference in our society. So I believe that we're going to get there. One of these days, we will get there. So let's look at everyday learning, right? What was it like starting your own educational brand? What challenges did you face, Vanessa, and how did you overcome them?
A lot, a lot. So what carries me daily is I pray, okay? I pray a lot, and I'm asking, is this gonna work? Is this okay? So many times I tell people that within our country it's good to have little or no um overhead cost business. But you see, even with everyday learning, I have put in small money. Excuse me. Excuse me. Buying the equipment, the mark, the lights, just for the studio, the polar banner. And many times when you post a video or work, for it to go viral, for a lot of people to see it, because you have to get your work out there as well. So it was huge. That was a challenge. I also have this struggle, like I said, where people have to understand everyday learning is here not to take away our colloquia. It's for you to understand the both. Since maybe you know colloquia more, know the standard English, know what to say, when to say. And that says, if I'm with a foreigner, I should not term an SUV as a Jeep. A Jeep is a brand. I should also understand a vegetable oil or a cooking oil is different from an argo oil. For them to understand that argo oil was way back a brand, and it came when release was shared during the war. That a Pampers is a brand. What you should be saying is a diaper. Trust me, Gwanali, when I go in the local market, I call seasoning cube Vita, whereas Vita was a brand ever since.
Yes.
but that is how the Oma will understand me.
Yes.
So know when to call what. That is still a struggle. Another thing I want people to understand from everyday learning is understand the concept of I learn every day. We learn every day. You could pick up some things from your child. You already know how these son children, they are so open, they're so confident, they will even correct you and all. Understand
Yes.
you could learn from your security, from your subordinate, from your nurse, from your younger person, younger sister, younger brother, from anybody. Have that mindset. Have that mindset that when you come across a word and they screenshot you, go and define that word. Imagine if you're learning one thing every day. It is something that you will be impacting for yourself. So that is still a struggle. A struggle also is for people to understand that when you train your staff, it's not a waste. People think that, oh, come and train your staff, all right? And it will give you more money. You will make more money. You have to train this person before you can hold them accountable for the job that you've called them to do. People think it's still a waste. So that is still a struggle of us still today. But we keep moving. We have to keep going. We have to keep this, ship. It has to keep sailing.
Yeah. It has to, Vanessa, it has to. And sometimes people even get upset when they're corrected.
Yeah.
And every day we learn something. Every day we learn
Yes.
something. People suffer from inferiority complex. There's somebody who speaks better and then they have a problem with it. And it's all about personality. If somebody knows something more than you do, there shouldn't be that energy. It's simply asking how, hey, you're doing this, I admire it. What can I do? Can you show me how to? And then everybody grows, everybody wins. But this mindset that most Liberians have, and I think that's why has kept a lot of people stagnant over the years, because the unwillingness to learn. And we got to keep pushing. We got to keep pushing and not give up. For those of you who are just joining the live, welcome and thank you for being on here. This is the Chronicles of Success. I'm Gwen Russell, and I have my special guest today with us, Miss Margaret Vanessa O. Blankson. She's the founder of Everyday Learning Platform that teaches etiquette and just the everyday, day-to-day life and activities to help us grow and develop personally. And it's not limited, so we don't be limited. So if you're joining today, let it be an inspiration and motivate you to want to be better. We all have our shortcomings, but please like and follow her page. Go on there, because I myself is on there. Every day we're learning something new, and be a part of it too. Be a part of it. There's a need that we have to be better than we were yesterday. It's not competition, but just striving to be a better version of you than what you were yesterday. So if you're watching, thanks for being on here. Like and subscribe to the page. Share it with somebody so that they too strive to be a better person. Vanessa, tell us a bit about what makes everyday learning different from the traditional training or coaching programs? What sets everyday learning aside? What makes it special?
I would say everyday learning is practical. The practicality of how we present our lessons and how we simplify it. And I was happy one day someone made mention of that. And they added with, like other blogs who can fuck us or, bully us, but you're here to encourage us. Somebody may even correct someone, and when they've done it, they say, yeah, we learn every day, yeah. And that is the slogan of everyday learning. We learn every day. And I mean, sometimes when I try to correct my people, oh, I can just correct people when I know before they feel offended. No, I don't. And I wish someone can correct me too as well. I have people in my life that do that, and I appreciate it. So it's just to understand that we learn every day. What set us apart as well is how people will look forward to our lessons and embrace it. I remember me getting lots and tons of likes from videos that were not even boosted, and the comments and the shares. And it just shows that people are being receptive of this. And we tailor our lessons exactly the problems we see around. The problems we see around, our lessons are tailored to our society. When it comes to etiquettes, our society issues are brought in more, yes. But then we try to present the international issues as well. Because trust me, it's on international standards. Standards is our problem in this country. We are satisfied with the bare minimum. We overpraise people who provide what was already due us. And we should understand this as a people, because that runs down to politics and how we elect bad leaders. Someone come and give you back or rice, you say, oh, the person doing well. Or somebody come and do something that is substandard and small for the funds that was given. And you tell that person, oh, thank you, you're really doing well. No, you're not doing well. We are satisfied with the bare minimum too much. So we add what a person may encounter internationally with our etiquette work, because you might travel, you might leave this world or this country, sorry. You might leave this country, you might interact with other people that are not from here, and we want you to fit in perfectly. Matter of fact, we want your confidence to be boosted. You're not coming to, oh, I'm worried about going to meet these people, and they, from this place and from that place and from this, third world country, every day with third world country. We have to snap out of it. So, but our lessons are practical enough that people will say, this is something that I can quickly learn. Yes. I can pick up something from a 1 minute video, a 2 minute video, quickly and learn something. And when our videos are created, they have subtitles. They also have images if there need be. We also put up the word for you to understand. I remember me talking about how humans are not lousy. We always say, you lousy man, you lousy man. Humans are loud. So I try for people to understand what lousy is as it relates to colors. And when there's a high hue. So hue is a strange word that is spelled H-U-E. So when we do such, lessons with strange words as well, even if that's not the topic, we will definitely put this word. And you are always allowed to rewind the video, to go back, to rewatch over and over. And part of our platform is not only the business component, we do other things for free. So free education, free knowledge, you empower yourself freely. So I'll summarize that answer in one word: practicality.
It's free, folks. It's free. Get on the page, get on the platform. It's free. Take advantage of it. Exactly. Vanessa, I don't know what the plan is, but when it's time for subscription, some of us ain't got the money to pay for subscription. No. We're not getting lessy again. So you take advantage of people.
When I change, don't worry.
That's good to know, but it gotta grow.
the good part is we always have something to offer more for the business component. And it's not about, oh, this is free, so I will just give it, I'll just do something, I'll just slap something. No, we push tenders. And I'm passion driven about this. So I got you guys covered, don't worry.
Thank you. Thank you for that. We let's talk a bit about the services and the impact, Vanessa, because I too have had experiences where people go to the office, for a job interview, whatever, to see somebody, and there's a lack, like you rightly said, standard, right? People come into your office, you do not tell them to sit, they grab a chair. This is the first time you're meeting. You're not invited to sit down. You haven't really fully introduced yourself, state why you're here, the reason for why you're here. And so it's a lot more than that. But what when you're doing these basic office trainings, what skills do you focus on, and who typically benefits the most from these sessions?
What happens is the training is tailored to what the client wants, what the institution wants, what the entity wants. But I will tell you the top three that is always requested for. That is customer service,
Yeah.
is work ethics, and it's etiquette. Customer service, of course, it includes how you approach your customer, how you speak to them. You're supposed to be smiling. Your salutation is supposed to be warm. It's supposed to be pleasant. And you must understand as well, if you're not a people's person, customer service is not for you.
Yeah.
Because exactly, you're supposed to smile even when all is not well. Even when there are problems home, you're supposed to smile because it is part of your job. So it also goes with conflict resolution. How do you understand the concept of that the customer is always right? Do we just say it? Do we practice that the customer is always right? It goes from customer service to how a customer who feels they're entitled and the big shot or the friend to the bosses, and how that boss will protect that staff who has acted or the right way. Okay, because sometimes there are customers who will simply get ahead of themselves. So for the boss not, protect that staff or find a way around it to not make that staff ashamed, to also understand that you cannot insult your staff or make your staff shame in front of that customer who is your friend. So all of these things we have to understand it. The work ethics, like your example about someone who's looking for a job and someone will come late for an interview, it means that you've already disqualified yourself. While you're there as well, you should understand that your religion must not be forced on the others. We Christians will play music, gospel music, because it's Jesus Christ, and we feel others should accept it. You have to also understand that you came to work. This is not a place to make friends. If you're making a friend, that's fine. You should also understand, if I do not want to be friends, we are colleagues, we are workmates. So all of these small work ethics, we have to understand it. How do we stay true to the company's value, the core value? How do we practice integrity? Those are common work ethics. Then etiquettes. Man, it's not easy. People think etiquette is just me. And it's unfortunate how we Liberians are always behind with everything.
Sad.
Etiquette started centuries ago. Centuries and centuries ago. And when I hear etiquette, where are you from? So there are myths also about etiquettes. The feel etiquette is for rich people. When I hear etiquette, the feel etiquette is for educated people. But hey, not to look down on the market owner in the market. The market owner will even tell you thank you for you buying from her. That is a common etiquette. Okay? The market woman would tell you sorry if she, step on you or push you or something. Somebody will always also say excuse who quote unquote have not gone to school. So etiquette is for everyone. So etiquette as well is also carried on out when these people or these institutions call us. Who benefits? Quite everyone. From the employer to the staff to the customer. Then me, man, I'll miss my money.
That's what I'm talking about.
Of course.
Everybody wins.
So from So from the employer, you have trained and competent staff. They have confidence as well. An establishment also asked me for confidence for their staff. And that was just maybe the only, case with confidence. But I tell you, that's one problem we have as Liberians. We're not confident people. We're quick to get, inferior about white man, foreigner, and think our thoughts are not okay. And someone may say something confidently and it breeds trust. So that person who, has hired me, you're going to benefit from your competent staff. It runs down to people who will interact with your staff and your institution and heal your institution and give your institution a good rating. Your staff has been empowered while they've been working with you. If you pay for our certificate package, they will have that also under their belt. The customer who is coming, they will have a smooth interaction with you guys, smooth service or whatnot. And you've also heard me what I said. I will make small money, so all of us benefit. All of us are happy.
I could not agree more. And a lot of times people take education for granted, and it's not so much about the certification, but like the platform. It's educative, So those every little thing that you learn, you grasp here and there brings value to yourself. It brings value to the institution that you find yourself. And it's a good thing where the companies are investing in their employees because, like you rightly said, it's a win-win situation for everybody. It's value to the company, it's value to the individual, the staff, and then value also added to you, the facilitator. So it's a circle. So that's great. Vanessa, work-life balance. I know this is something that a lot of people struggle with. Having so many things to do, having a job that is overwhelming, and then also having that balance with family. How do you approach? Do you do training in that area? How do you approach it?
I have not done training in work-life balance. And it just shows that we have not seen the importance. Probably is happening. I will be glad that other people have been hired for work-life balance because work-life balance is good. When you balance your work and your life, meaning your other activities other than your job, because most of the time we only look at what's putting food on our table as important. You should also understand your other activities where you go and rewind and refresh will also make you efficient and effective on your job.
So it's good to understand that. And if your company or institution is not providing that, provide that for yourself. So first of all, we have to understand that it is important for us to be able to say, I'm going to go on the beach. I'm going to put my towel down. I'm going to have a bottle of wine, a bottle of water. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to, travel. I'm going to take this leave. I'm not going to just work, work, work. And while I take this leave, I'm going to do fun stuff. Or during your weekends while you still at work. You got other activities. Family is important, especially if you're a family person. If you go to church, if you go to the mosques, you need to also have those things in your life. You need other people in your life as well. How do you catch up with friends? How important is it? It is. Do you just stay home? I'm just going to stay home. I'm too studious. I'm too serious. It's only about work, work, work. And you just get stuck up. And sometimes these are the people that make the job toxic.
Yeah.
Because they are just piled up with nothing that they will find, I'm happy, I'm free, I got other things that are getting my attention, I'm relaxing the brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
People do not understand that. But it's good to balance your life with everything. What will help you is I'm going to have a journal. I do this at so and so time. I go see family at so and so time. I go out with friends at so and so time. Oh, I have this event to go to. I'm going there. And you dress up, you look beautiful, you feel confident. It's just important in your life. Not only with this job that puts food on your table. We know it's important that this job puts food on your table. So yes, it's your hash cream, but try to rewind, try to rejuvenate, because it will make you more efficient for you to maybe get a promotion to the very job that you think is the most important thing in your life, or maybe it's your God.
I tell you, that's a good point. That's a good point, and I think I have to incorporate that in my life also, the journaling, because sometimes you get really overwhelmed and you miss out on a lot of things. People that you care about, your loved ones, you're missing out time with them. So, thanks for sharing that, Vanessa. I do see you with a lot of children. I see a lot. You're doing a lot with them. And I know that you offer kids and children grooming. So, what does that involve, and why is early grooming important?
So the kids that you see me with lately, we provide kids etiquettes for them, where it's a general class and we have this topic, we interact, and you will be surprised, Manoli, how these kids are intelligent and they are involved in the questions they ask, and how they're asking their parents every time, are we coming back here next Saturday, because I can have the classes on Saturday? And why aren't we coming back, walking their parents? And the last class session we had, a friend of mine asked her nephew, why you let the class come and tell us? And he said he likes the way that I can present the lesson. So that's just to differentiate the kids grooming. The kids grooming are one-on-one sessions where a parents can pray for their kid or kids. And in my experience, it has been more than one kid. And it goes from etiquettes to hygiene,
Great.
to how a kid should be neat, to confidence level. I remember me having a child that is plus in size, and she was having issues at school, in high school, and we had to touch that. And sometimes there was a session where she would tear up because it was a struggle. So the whole kids grooming is a whole package. Sometimes parents do not have the chance, they do not have the patience, they may not know how. They may not know how to go about these things. People can say I'm a good teacher. Well, I don't know. So maybe there's the way in which I may present it to the kids. And by you hiring me, is in no way saying that you have not trained your children. You've trained your children, but for an extra curricular activity, you are choosing etiquettes or kids grooming, where this person you will hear from somebody else. When you take your clothes on in a drawer, fold your clothes back. Do not mix dirty clothes with clean clothes. When you come from school, do not throw your socks left. You throw your shoes right. It's supposed to go in a dirty clothes basket. When you leave from your house, you are neat and clean, right? What is the problem with going back neat and clean? When you leave from your house, your jacket or your coat is on you. You should go back with your coat on you. I mean, all of these things. And the confidence level. So we present, and it's different and with more patience and of more days. So it's usually 5 weeks, once a week. We schedule either at their place or they at my place, and we'll see how you can make it, or how we can make it work, or and how we can get it done. And before that happens as well, there are a few questions asked. People need to understand as well, everyone do not have the same learning level, the same IQ. There are some kids that need special attention, but we usually in our school system, we call it across. If a child needs special attention, do not wait for the progress sheet at the end of the year. Maybe the first period should inform your better judgment that this child needs special attention. Are the schools providing that? Are the parents providing that? So we just call it across. Sometimes we should sit and understand, how does it work in a one-man country? What are they doing differently? Do we only beat our children, yell at them? We could copy something and have the best method of, yes, do not spare the rod, and have that one-on-one conversation with your kids. One of the things is, when your kid come from school, whether you pick them up or whether they get them when you see them, how was school? They will tell you, all right, go in there. What was the highlight of the day? Who did you have lunch with today? What made you laugh? You're pulling out more information from the child. And the best thing you could have from a child is if they confide in you. We do not know that as African parents. We usually, even we as children, we experience that with our parents. We confide, we're out there, confide in our friends than our parents. We have to change the way we do things. So it's just basically that about the service we provide as it relates to kids grooming.
I can't stress how important it is, Vanessa. And personally, that brings me back to a couple of days ago, because I have conversations with my child, right, my son, and I had noticed his countenance had changed. So we'll normally talk, and then I noticed that he had been shying away. And so I called him, hey, what's going on? And normally he would talk, but he was kind of short, and like you rightly said, sometimes you have to be forceful, forceful in a way that you keep asking questions. And when he finally opened up to explain what was happening, that was a whole different thing. But I want to encourage parents out there who are listening, have conversations with your children. Try to pry as hard as possible because they have a lot going on too. They have a whole lot. And then have the patience to listen. Like sometimes our friends will always say, hey, how you doing? I'm okay. Oh, no, there could be more prying. Learn to pry. When you pry, you'll be surprised at how much a person is going through. Yeah. And another thing with our Liberian setting too, Vanessa, the discipline where the rod we beat the children and sometimes we tell them, oh, you stupid, shut up, shut up. It's psychological. It's psychological. And then when a person, yes, when a person becomes an adult and they start to struggle with how to express themselves, and you think, where is it coming from? But it's from early childhood, wherein you've told the child you beat them, and you say, what happened? Why you can't talk? And you're still beating them, and they try to talk, and then you say, shut up. So it comes to adulthood where they keep going through abuse. They don't know what to say, how to say it, who to say it to, and it's a long stretch. So it's important, parents, that we try to be patient with our children, get the necessary help that the kids need. We're not perfect. We have our own shortcomings as parents. But that's why we have people like Vanessa who will be able to come in and use other ways that are professional to help the children get the help that they need. It's really, really important. And I hope you guys take advantage of it. I hope. Vanessa, can you share with us a story from your private coaching or mentorship, what that really touched you?
So I went through this restaurant and bar service business to train their staff. There were many, so we had to share. That was not the reason. The reason was because a certain batch had to be on shift, and we had to share the group. And I was just shocked how people are mean, Gwendolyn. Someone is serving you, they're a waiter or they're a waitress, and then to call them, you wrap tissue and throw it at the person to call the person. And I was like, wow.
That's getting mean here.
I was really touched. At that same session, another person said, because I told them, when you approach the table, greet the guests and introduce yourself.
Yeah.
My name is Mary. I'm going to be serving you today. So they were explaining how some other people, when you even go to their table, by the time you spit on it, they can say, hey, well, we're not ready. We'll start ordering back. So there was another person who explained, I approached this person's table and I spoke, hello, ma'am. And the woman started to tell me how she's married. Who are you calling ma'am? You know I'm married. You know I'm So I told them, yeah. So I told them, I said, there are people who are extra nice to you when they come here, right? They said yes. I said they will talk to you, they will joke with you, they'll make you feel happy even while serving them, and then they may go as far as giving you a fun tip, right? They say yes. I said that is how you will have some people who are mean and they will come here. I said I want you to be prepared mentally that you will meet different kinds of people. So it's okay. And you know what? Shame on these people who do not have manners.
Yeah.
That is so wrong. And I encouraged him and said, you deserve far better than that. You are proud to be a server or a wait staff or a waiter or a waitress. And there is nothing wrong with the job you have because you make an honest living.
Thank you.
But do not be intimidated. Do not be deterred by meeting some people who are extremely mean. Then I asked them, I said, what do management, what does management do when these things happen? And I was happy when they said, oh, management can't take it from somebody else.
Right.
I was okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Because people have to understand as well, you need to protect your staff also.
Yes.
And if you do not know how to do that, call someone else who will tell you how to do that.
Yes.
You cannot throw your staff on the bus. As we agreed, the customer is always right. You can find a way around it to even teach that customer minors.
Yes.
Or certain thing or do not take it from them. I went further and I asked them, when you have an issue to a table, maybe it's an order issue or it's a bill issue, and this customer does not want to listen, or what do you do first? They say, oh, we apologize. I said, beautiful, great answer. Suppose this customer does not want your apology. They do not want to, listen, or that person does not want to listen. What else do you do? They say, well, call our supervisor. I say, okay. Suppose that person is misbehaving. Then they stuck, but then it was good that they came out with few answers. I say, if it reaches a certain point, you have to get security involved and ask that person kindly, without creating or scene, to leave. Then someone there opened up again to explain how a female, the customer color her till her name tag left in his hand. When her name tag left in his hand, he went to complain to the owner. You see, is this thing what people feel? They know the person who got a business, so they misbehave. And etiquette is preaching, you gotta be kind and respectful to any and everyone, not only the people you feel of your caliber or your status, or that worthy of your respect. You should respect a person just because that person is a human. So you can't misbehave. When he went to complain again, the guy said, boss man, the man called me, look in his hand, and her name tag was still in his hand. And that's how his friend, who was the owner, warned him and respectfully asked him to leave. They explained that to me. So I was just touched by the way and what people can go through, especially when you have a society that have mixed people that are rude, they don't have manners, and they lack the basic things that they should know.
It's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. Vanessa, how do you balance your roles as an entrepreneur, an educator, a mentor, and speaker? How do you do it? I know.
Friday, I met one of my mentees, and it just happened in a way that I think they had scheduled the both mentees to meet with me. It was our first session. So the boy, one of the guys at Tribe, told me, oh, the other boy did not, confirm he's not here. So I said, but you wanted two of them to meet with me at the same time? So he put a question back to me, what do you think? So I said, it's our first session. I think it should be one-on-one first, because I believe, being a mentor, you should make the room comfortable for your mentee to confide in you. And it is also for you both can be vulnerable and open to each other. And we try to schedule the other boy, the other person. And I told him, when is the 23rd? Because I saw him coming on the 23rd. Then he said Friday. So I can't do anything this week till after the 23rd. So sometimes it's a struggle. It's a struggle just running everyday learning all by myself. And it's seem standard thing Gwendolyn. I'm afraid people will not hold my baby like the way I would, hold my page or because I'm proud of everything learning. It is my pride and joy. And I get to run it, shoot video, edit, present, respond to people. People reaching out for one-on-one sessions, look at my schedule. It is not easy. I have a little flexibility on my job. I think that helps. But other than that, it's not easy. And also I'm a student. So it's a struggle, but I still pull through effortlessly. I do not want to lie to you. And it's just something that we need to have standards. When you have standard, you have a standard up here, don't let nobody bring it down, including yourself. Don't let nobody bring it down. People do stuff for you, will do job for you, you're not satisfied, go back to how you agree and what you're agreed upon. Then do your team is with how you agree upon. They shouldn't give you what they want to give you. So you try to tell someone, oh, you get hard time. Because
but you know, I want people
that we will agree upon it. Yeah, you're not gonna tell me say but it's not all right. No, it's not all right.
They
as per
want
my
to tell you
standard,
what's good.
right.
You
You
know
will
it should
do
be
it
better.
and like I said, it's a problem with our country. We are a mediocre society. We just satisfy with the bare minimum. When you try to be a meticulous person and say no. So I mean, don't get me wrong as it relates to that. So I would try to go for the best. I know there are times I would try someone that is new, meaning no one has not recommended that person, and then the person that might just turn out to be good. So sometimes because of that, I will have people asking me, hey, where can I get X, Y, and Z? Where can I get this? Who do you think can do this? And as they say, your recommendation should be as good as you. So then we say, oh, this person we have, this person is good, this person is good, you know.
I'm proud of you, Vanessa. Your passion is what keeps you going.
So much,
Your
yes.
passion. Because if you did not have the passion for what you do, no. It's tough wearing all those hats. It's really tough, but you've got this, and we support you. Keep the fire going, Vanessa.
Appreciate it.
Yes, keep the fire going. So what legacy do you hope everyday learning will leave in Liberia and beyond?
I want everyday learning to move to a place where the government can accept etiquettes in schools, in high schools. It may not even bear the everyday learning name, but just etiquettes in high schools, like the way how we used to have civil education or something at a certain level. We have it from first grade to sixth grade, something like that.
Totally agree. Yes.
Exactly. Because what will push as well is we correcting what we can say that kolopa, but it's actually a mistake. So in a nutshell, that's standard English. So English touches that. So English is already been taught in school. I know we do, life lessons and ethics, and we talk about virtues. So in other words, a personal development can also be, integrated in school as well.
Yeah.
But etiquette on a national level would be something that would be fulfilled and say, hey, I think we've reached, our full potential and we are living in our legacy because we need it so much. There are a lot of kids that, are not privileged enough. And sometimes you just need to say, I think I should learn this. I think I should try this. Have we reached that point? Have parents reached that point to say, let me send my kids? Because accepting it is one thing, and thinking about, oh, I do not have the money is another thing. Part of the time that we have some free times on our hands, we intend to visit schools. I intend to also have a career program taught in schools for free, where I can help my professional friends and families, and we do sometimes a counter tour, a country tour. These different things where we can get out there more and more for people to see how practical we are. And the thing is, it does not have to be everyday learning.
We lost you, Vanessa. We're not hearing you. Vanessa, you're on mute. Can someone? We're not hearing you. Okay. Vanessa, you're muted. Yeah. You're muted. Yeah. Okay. She'll come back. Our apologies. We're sorry for the interruption. Vanessa will be actually. Sorry about the interruption. Sorry. Okay. We're bringing her back on. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. I thought I was on. So a call came in and it just disrupted the whole thing.
Yeah,
I apologize.
No problem. Thank you. Alrighty, and we've got one more question to go. For those of you who are just joining the live, welcome to the Chronicles of Success. I'm Gwen Russell, and we have with us our special guest today, Miss Margaret Vanessa O. Blankson. She wears a lot of hats. She's a mentor, a coach, and so much more. But most importantly, amongst the many other great things, she's the founder of the Everyday Learning platform that teaches etiquette, family grooming, and a whole lot more that's highly contributing to our community, both in Liberia and abroad. And so we're going to take 3 questions from the audience because we have to wrap it up. Miss Blankson needs to get her rest. Tomorrow is a new day at work, so we've already kept you way above the time, and we appreciate your patience in being with us here today. So this last question, Vanessa, what's next for you in everyday learning?
So we intend to get more out there. I've been thinking about having a specific days for kids because their parents have been asking. Sometimes they're just asking, they will not really sign up. Sometimes things can pop up, and which I always will understand. But I might get on twice a month with the kids, starting from the vacation that is coming up in June, so I understand. You know, the parents will know when the children going on vacation. So they've already, you know, told me about, you know, the vacation that's coming.
Okay.
I know I do not intend to desert the adults, which is our next etiquette class is going to be with the adults.
That's the one.
Well, Vienna, and we actually bringing back a topic that was very important, and it has been requested for dining etiquettes.
Yes.
You know, banana is one thing where somebody of a certain caliber invites you, and then you're so afraid because you do not know how to act.
Yes.
Sometimes it goes as far as you being clumsy at the dining table because you're nervous. Confidence is everything. And when you wear it, there's nothing like it. So once it's on you, you're safe. You sit at that dining table, you already know a thing or two.
Yes.
I'm supposed to hold the fork in the left hand, knife in the right hand. My pointer is supposed to be at a certain point of the fork and the knife. I'm going to use the American style of dining, or I'm going to use the other style of dining. I mean, if I'm eating a bread, I'm supposed to cut the piece and put it in my mouth. Etiquette or dining etiquette, I'm not supposed to soak the bread in the tea or in the juice. I mean, all of those things. I'm not supposed to open the bread up and paste the butter or the jam.
Yeah.
I should cut a piece and put the butter and put it in my mouth. I should go with smaller portions before I mess myself up. I should have my napkin on my lap, not tuck in my clothes. I'm supposed to sit upright. Some people do not understand the idea about elbows off the table.
Yeah.
They just say it. So we want to bring that back. You're supposed to understand the various kinds of glasses, what is for what, how you hold your wine glasses by the stem, the bigger glasses for the wine, the red wine, the smaller wine glasses for the white wine, and all of those things. So more of etiquette sessions, more reaching out to people, plans to do contest tour, and plans to go to schools, present, or career day. People of different, you know, profession can come and, you know, speak to the kids. People are not talking to the kids. People are not correcting them. People are not telling them what is acceptable. We need to sit and discuss with our children, with the kids, and talk to them and correct them. You will be shocked how intelligent children are. Shocked.
Sure.
How intelligent they are and how they'll pick up. And they're so keen while you're trying to make them feel better and sugarcoat things and not be real. Oh, just look at you. Look at
Oh yeah.
you. When it's small, I don't understand like you're trying to go, you know, make me feel good.
I know.
So we need to
true people. I tell
things.
you.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's where we are, and we take up certain opportunities as we go along, hoping we can have more trainings with institutions, because it is not easy in our society. It's just bad. Quite is as bad as people meeting you and asking you, did you grow up here? You went to school here?
Yeah.
And I see that as an insult.
I know.
It's like you are telling people of Liberia that what stupid? Those small things you ask me right away if I went to school here. Yes, I went to school here all my life. Excluding me going out of the countries for 1 or 2, trainings. I went to school here fully. I grew up here fully. I traveled, yes, I came back, but I grew up here. So there are other people who insult our nationality.
Yes.
They think our IQ is low. So until we start to correct these things, and we are the same people that will end up in government. You see the cycle of things.
Recycle, yeah.
So then you get afraid if things are ever going to change. It's almost like things are not going to change.
It's sad. Hearing those questions from people is really sad, and I can't stress the need to have personal development in whatever capacity, just something put aside like every month, or like everybody's on Facebook every day. Go visit the page, just go on the page, watch a video a day, because there will always be something new that you will learn. We can know everything. So get on the page, follow the page, get on there, watch, make it your duty, like one video a day, or however you want to do it, one video a week, but at least you're putting something back you're giving something back to yourself, and you'll feel good. You'll feel good because you go amongst people, you know how to speak, you can contribute to a conversation, and a whole lot more. People say, make it all. But when you go there, when you can talk as somebody today, you go out with your friend and your friend can talk, you can talk, people start to feel inferior. But you're watching a little news on the internet, you're doing small thing and researching to be able to fit yourself in spaces so you don't feel left out. And it's important and it's free. So take advantage of what Vanessa is doing online. Go on there. Let's give back to ourselves, because we deserve better, not to be complacent, but to know that we deserve better and we can be better than what we were yesterday. It's just about being better than we were yesterday. So we're going to take a 1-minute break. My audience, if you people have questions, please put your questions in. We've got three questions. We'll take a 1-minute break. If you have any questions, put it in. We're way over time, and I have to let my guest take her rest as soon as possible. She's not complaining, but we got to be respectful of time. So
that's fine.
Yeah, we got to be respectful of time. So please, we're going to take 1 minute, and then we get into the comment section. So we go. Alrighty, okay, all right. Thanks for the short break and welcome back. So we don't have any questions, so we're gonna wrap this up. And again, Vanessa, thank you so much for your authenticity, your wisdom, and for being a light in Liberia's education and empowerment space. Thank you so much. I'm proud of you. I'm gonna call you after here so we can talk our different thing. And I just want to appreciate you so much for taking the time to be here with me to honor the invitation. It means a whole lot. And I greatly encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. People might not reach out to you every day, but we know that you're doing excellent. And we believe that more people are going to come on board, most especially for the kids, because they're the future for tomorrow. They're our future. And then once that early grooming starts, we know that Liberia is going to be better. And it's going to happen. It is happening because of the impact you're making, and it can only get better from here. To our audience, thank you for. Oh, I'm sorry. There's one question. How much do you charge for each session, kids and adults? You're on mute, Vanessa. We're not hearing you. Yeah. I think, yeah. Or probably you can go off and come back. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, Vanessa will be back on. We could not hear her, so she'll be back shortly. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. We're wrapping up and at the closing. We had asked for questions. We've got one question left. Our guest will be right back. We could not hear her, so she had to go off, and we're trying to get on. Okay. Okay, she's coming through. Perfect.
You can hear me now?
Yes, Vanessa, we can hear you now. Thank you. Yeah, so someone had asked, Cherry Makala had asked, how much do you charge for each session for kids and adults?
When I have the kid session is $20 per kid. You know, the general session where other kids come, and then when it's adults, it's 25. With the adults, when you attend 3 sessions, we issue you a certificate.
Awesome.
And the kids is because special attention, and then you also entitled to a full refreshment.
Okay.
But the one-on-one is different because it's a 5 section for kids and 4 sessions for adults. And sometimes we have to understand exactly what you need and also the distance. So if that person is interested in a one-on-one, I would ask her to message me, and then I can ask all of the questions, and then I can give her a price for that. Okay. But for the general session, we shared flyers. It's seen out there, and it's 25 for adults, 20 for kids, for full refreshment, and also for the learning process. And we can have a great time. So I encourage her.
Great. Well, if you need any more information, I'm going to tag the Everyday Learning page. You can contact Vanessa for more information. She'll be open to answer all of your questions and provide the necessary help you need. So we want to say thank you, everyone, to our audience for tuning into this first episode of the Chronicles of Success. If the day's story inspired you, share this interview, follow our page, the Everyday Learning and the Chronicles of Success, and stay connected as we continue to celebrate the journey that uplifts, empower, and transform our communities. Until next time, I'm Gwen Russell. Stay inspired, stay driven, and remember your story matters. Thank you all so much for being on here. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you
Everybody,
for having me.
you're welcome.
Thank you so much. So this person keeps asking. So what I would do, dear, I will message you after the show so that we can talk more. Okay. Thank you, Gwendolyn. Thanks for this
You're
platform.
welcome.
Keep going on. I know this is just a start, but keep having great people on. We all need these kind of stories to be heard so that we all can get inspired. It's a very, very good initiative, and I want to congratulate you as well. And I'm proud of you too. All of us coming from the same high school, and we come a long way.
Yes.
And I'm sure our teachers, our people, our friends, they are watching, and many people are doing different stuffs in their own little corner and areas, and that's what it takes. We cannot just depend on the government. I tell people, for what I do, I can comfortably put my mouth on the government because I'm not just sitting as well.
Nope.
I'm having my hand on, and so I can say a thing or two, and not to prolong things. I remember me writing the Ministry of Education, inviting them to one of our events, and it's true that they get volume or tons of communication, but it didn't go far. And of course, many people come, oh, you do this kind of stuff is really good. You should let the Ministry of Education know.
Yeah.
And I would tell them I've already informed them. I've written them. It's not going anywhere. But back to me, congratulating you. I'm proud of you, and keep the page going.
Thank you, Vanessa. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. All the best.
You too.
All right. Okay. We see you again next Sunday. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.